Hey there everyone, welcome to our very first commentation for a backgammon game. Now, I have recently been very interested in the backgammon world. I just learned how to play backgammon about 2 to 3 years ago by watching this very own YouTuber, Mochy. Now, Mochy posts a lot of YouTube videos online for everyone to see, and it's actually very interesting on his strategy and his style of playing. And so without further ado, I just wanted to try this out for you guys, make it entertaining, make it fun, because I really have a great time watching his games. And so the game that we have today is the Melbourne 1K second round, as you can see on his YouTube title. This is his YouTube video, but I'm just commenting and adding to the entertainment for you guys. And so we have on the bottom corner right here in black, we have Mochy. And then in the northern corner, in the top corner of the backgammon board, the player in red is Sam Korman. And so this is the Melbourne tournament back in, I believe it was 2019, from what I can remember. So let's get to it. Let's just gonna push play and we're gonna start. I might break this video up into part 1, part 2, part 3, depending on how long each game goes. Quick goal is that this bottom right hand corner right here for Mochy is his home turf. Now, in the game of backgammon, the objective of the game is to get all your checker pieces right here into this home turf before getting them off the board. Now, in order to protect your pieces, you need to have at least 2 checker pieces per placeholder. Now, if there's a single checker piece, as you will see throughout the game, if there's only 1 checker piece on a holder, then your opponent has the chance to capture it and put your checker piece onto this middle region right here called the bar. So that's just a kind of an introductory setting, and so let's get to it. Now, the game is going to start with them rolling a single dice first. So Mochy and Sam are going to each roll a die. Unfortunately, they both roll a 6, so it's a tie, so they have to roll again. Now, Sam's going to re-roll his roll, and I believe he's going to roll a 2. So now, each piece can move the amount that the dice has per turn. So you can see right here, Sam rolled a 3 and a 5. So now he has the option of moving 1 piece 3 spaces forward and then 5, or he has the option to move 2 different pieces, a movement of 3 and a movement of 5. Mochy moved a 6 and 2. Now notice he's trying to protect his pieces right here, up here. And so, oh my gosh, Sam moved a 5 and a 1 to try to triple up his little piece right here. 5 and a 1 right there. All right. And so Mochy is rolling a 2 and a 4. He's trying to take up the corner piece right here. So now, just to pause the video really quick, the main objective is to prevent your opponent from reaching the home turf as said before. But a good strategy is to try to double up as many placeholders as you can in your home turf, because when you capture your opponent's pieces and they get sent to the bar, for them to get out, they need to start in your home turf first. So Sam, his starting position will be in Mochy's home turf, and then he's going to go around the board, clockwise motion back to his home turf. Okay, so a good strategy is to try to fill these placeholders with 2 or more checker pieces, because if he rolls the die where it lands in the checker pieces, he cannot move. And lands in Mochy's checker pieces, he cannot move. So let's keep going. So as you can see here, he rolled a 5 and a 6, and he's going to double up right here, protecting his pieces. Now, Mochy rolled a 6 and a 1. Now, what's he going to do? Oh, man. So he's moving his pieces right here to try to protect this placeholder, but unfortunately, he has the holder up here open. Now, Sam rolled a 4 and a 1. What Sam could do is take this piece right here and move it 1 space over. Or actually, yes, 4 space over and then 1. Sorry, I'm reading it backwards. Mochy rolled a 1 and 2. Now notice he put in a 2 first because that's one of the dice roll, and then he captured one of Sam's pieces. Wow. So 1 and 6. Sam moves 1 and then a 6. So Sam moves 1 right here, and then moves 6 units over here, capturing Mochy's pieces. Mochy then gets his piece off the bar, moves a 1 and a 3 to double, triple up right here. And Sam moves a 2 and a 5. Oh, wow. So what's his move going to be right now? Well, he could move this single piece right here. But if he moved that single piece, it leaves him less chances of capturing Mochy's pieces that are upcoming front. So a good strategy is to leave a couple pieces behind. Yes, they may be vulnerable, but remember, if you get captured, you get to start back here again. But if you move it too much, now you give Mochy or the opposing player the chance to pass these group of 5 right here to get to the home turf. And once he passes it, there's no chance of capturing, especially if there's no pieces back here. Okay, so Mochy rolled a 2 and a 5. So what's Mochy going to do? Well, Mochy, what he could do is move these pieces forward right here into slots 3 and 4, or 4 and 5. Or he could move one of these pieces 7 spaces forward, moving this piece of a movement of 2 and then 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 will end up on tile number 6 towards the end of his home turf. So he has multiple options. Now I wouldn't recommend moving this piece right here, as that will open the way for him to get taken, get captured in essence, and that just leaves too many units open. So he decides to triple up by moving his piece on placeholder number 2 all the way to placeholder number 7. Okay. See, so now Sam rolled a double 5. Now, whenever you roll a double, you get to move twice. So you get to move a set of double 5s and then another set of double 5s, and that's what he did. So he tallied up right here. Unfortunately, Mochy rolled. What did Mochy do? Mochy, where are you? What did you do? Oh no, he's probably thinking right now. He did roll a 1 and I believe a 5 or 4. No? 1 and a 2. So now Sam has the movement right here. Now, what is he going to do? He cannot move these units 1 space because Mochy is protecting this tile with 3 checker pieces. But what he could do is strengthen. Actually, he could strengthen this tile right here by moving that 3 spaces over, which might work. That's probably the best move that he could do. Okay, 3 and a 6. Now notice, Mochy couldn't get out because he rolled a 3 and a 6. This is tile number 3 and this is tile number 6 to get off of the bar. And because he rolled a 3 and a 6, he couldn't get off the bar, so he loses his turn. Now Sam is moving 2 and a 1. He's moving one of the units on, I don't even know the number, on this tile 2 spaces forward. That's going to protect him because Mochy right now has to get his piece off the bar first before moving any other piece. So Sam right now has a cushion. He can move his pieces around. Oh, 2 and a 6. Now Mochy can get off the bar by going 2, and then he can move his piece 6. That's a good move. Now Sam is moving 1 and a 6. Now what Sam can do is take, yes, he could take space number 2 and double up, moving 6 and a 1. Now Mochy is stuck because he rolled a 1 and 3. He can't move 1 and he cannot move 3. The bar is stuck. Now here's the thing. Sam is in a very advantageous position, and in a rule of backgammon, you can do something called doubling up, which he does. He doubles up. Now, Mochy only has 2 options available. Either take the double, where now the game is worth double the points, or he forfeits, losing the game. Oh, what is Mochy gonna do? Right now, Mochy is not in that super advantageous position. Sam has 4 out of the 6 tiles occupied. That leaves only a 40% chance, technically speaking, or 2 out of 6 chance, a 33% chance of Mochy getting out, and Mochy decides to forfeit because the probability was not stacked in his favor. So I'm actually going to pause it right here. I know this is the first recording, first match between Mochy and Sam in the Melbourne tournaments. This is the second round playoffs. So I hope you guys enjoyed it. I know I made some errors, and honestly, I just hope this this game was interesting for you guys. There's so much probability that goes on behind the game of backgammon, and I really hope that you guys enjoyed this commentation. I am very new at commenting, but I really enjoyed playing the game. And so until next time, hopefully the next episode we will continue on this match between Mochy and Sam. Sam won the first game. Actually, let's see how many points did he win. Just really quickly, let's see how many points did he win. They're resetting the board right now, and Sam, I believe, won 1 point because we could not tell whether or not this game was going to be a gammon or a backgammon. Now, just for you guys who don't or who aren't really aware of the rules, a gammon is when you win the match and the opposing player did not take any tiles off of his board. That is a gammon. That means that whatever point the game is, it's now doubled because you won a gammon. And with the doubling cube, which is another rule later on, with the doubling cube, whatever multiplier it's on, it's then doubled. So if you win a gammon and the multiplier is on 2, then you win a total of 4 points. A backgammon is when the opposing player still has pieces on your home turf. That means Mochy still has pieces on his home turf, and when he wins the game, that's then considered a triple point game. And then multiply that by the multiplier. If it's a multiplier of 2, 3 times 2 is 6. I'll hopefully go into a little bit more clarification as we do these YouTube series. But first round goes to Sam. Again, the game was still very new and could not be determined what the multiplier is if Sam would have won a gammon or a backgammon. But nonetheless, Mochy forfeited, giving Sam that first point out of the 9 required to win the match. So, hope you guys enjoy it. Again, this is a very long outro. See you guys in the next game. And until then, stay gammoned.